Hi, welcome to my channel where we question everything. Today's topic is bits and pieces, and we're going to talk about the development in Taiwan. It seems to me that there's some big things happening in Taiwan which is currently on destroying or nullifying the American intentions there. Apparently, in the last week, there were some local elections, and the ruling party has lost a lot of seats in this local election. Now, according to this Taiwanese president, Tsai Ing-wen, has stepped down as the head of the ruling Democratic Progressive Party because of the series of election defeats to opposing candidates who focused their campaign on local issues and maintaining peace with being overly confrontational with Beijing. And it means that it seems to me only President Tsai was really pro-Western, anti-China, and was stirring the pot as a confrontation. And now the other politicians in Taiwan are not agreeing with her, and neither does the population agree because her party has been voted out. In fact, they are now only control about 5 of 21 local government offices. Let me see, that is less than 25% support in the country. Now, is Taiwan now considering making war against China or defying China when they only have the support of 25% of the population? Well, it was the Western world, they don't care much about the people and democracy, so I'm sure that America will try to press ahead and stir the pot, as I traditionally said. In any case, it was they were voting for mayors in 9 cities, as well as city council members and other local leaders across the island. It was a major defeat to the ruling party. The opposition, Kuomintang, won key mayoral races in Taipei, Taiwan and Keelung, and these are major cities. In addition to this, well, that's why I said, in addition to this thing, they only now rule 5 of these 21 government officers. And then Tsai said actually that the results failed our expectations. We humbly accept the results and accept the Taiwanese people's decision. Now, well, naturally, Beijing has welcomed the results as proof that the people of Taiwan overwhelmingly support peace, stability, and a good life, with China's Taiwan Affairs Office promising to continue its work to promote peaceful relationships and to oppose foreign interference and calls for independence. So if you look at the results, the people don't agree with separating themselves from Taiwan, from China. Now imagine just that. Where is democracy really going? What are people doing, the leaders doing, selling out their own people for whatever benefit? Let's call it then financial benefit or whatever. But there must be some personal interest if you go against your own population. You're not a patriot, I'm sorry to say. Well, Tsai is not being, she's still remaining as president of the island, but she's now in a second term, so she can't run again, and the term ends in 2024. So hopefully nothing goes skew until then. But before the vote, and this is just a reminder again, Tsai actually described the local elections as yet another chance to show the international community Taiwan's persistence and resolve to defend freedom and democracy. And she urged undecided voters to please cast this vote for me, for candidates I am recommending. And then the Taiwan population didn't listen. And basically, a party has now suffered defeat. And that is a major thorn now in American intentions on what to do with China and to contain China, if you want to call it like that. And the opposition parties have now come in. And in another paragraph it says, why Tsai has repeatedly raised the issue of opposing China and defending Taiwan during the campaign, the opposition, as well as her own party's candidates, focus instead on local problems such as air pollution, traffic issues, and the island's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. Well, all I hope is that at the end of the day, they don't make like the American politicians, like promising the earth to their voters, and once they are elected, then they turn around and then continue with a general narrative or policies that were before. It's like now we have the midterm elections in America, and then before the midterm elections we had the fear that the Republicans will take over, and then they will stop and limit support to Ukraine. Then promise that to the voters and etc. And what are we hearing now? No, say the Republicans, they're not going to reduce funding and support Ukraine. No, they're not going to do it. All they are trying to insist on is that there is more supervision of the whole process, more control, but they're not going to reduce the funding and the support to Ukraine. So what's the difference between the Republicans and Democrats now in America? Unfortunately, nothing. Well, let's hope that these politicians that have now been elected in Taiwan do not make the same U-turn. I thought I'd bring you this subject because for me it's quite interesting. And that's my story for today then. If you like what you heard, subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment if you want. Tell your friends. Spread the word. And until next time. Cheers.